Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While you're in sunny Florida, be sure to visit
WARlando! Enter into a world of epic adventure.
This is our 37th chapter, playing the Dungeons & Dragons adventure, Out of the Abyss.
All right, welcome everybody back. It's been a little bit of time since our last session, but to get things rolling here pretty quick, do I have any volunteers for the recap? I had to jog my brain on it, so I'm sure other folks might need the same.
1, 2, 3, not it.
All I know is Birthday Boy's a statue.
That's right. Birthday Boy didn't say not it.
And the eye is no more.
Yeah,
I'd give you a recap, but I can't because I'm a statue.
Yeah, you can't.
Perks.
I just remember following our guide into this, what do you call it? Laboratory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really tiny one for a big guy.
Yeah, but things went horribly wrong. There were beholders. And when I say beholders, there was one beholder with multiple beholder parts that belonged to other beholders.
True.
Yeah. It was pretty horrific.
Yeah.
But we killed him.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Well done. You almost didn't.
We almost
just left.
Close one.
We were getting down to just a few people.
And then we were like, who are we?
Crisis.
This is not what we do. That was a breaking moment. It
We're
really was.
murder hobos.
Yeah. That's what we do. That's what we do best.
Murder.
Really?
Sure, we could have made friends with them.
Well, yeah. But you know
We
what?
almost
Killing
did.
for business and business is good. So,
We should have recruited him.
Yeah.
yeah, just add them to the NPCs list.
Yeah. Giant NPC list.
Yeah.
Add him
Yeah.
to our army.
We still had
yeah,
the big purple worm, too. We'd really be set.
Yeah, that'd be great style. Yeah. Just a couple more voices for our DM to do.
I haven't given up on voices. Everybody has the same voice now.
He's up.
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody's
got the same
voice now.
And just to jog it back a little bit further, does anybody remember what we were up to before we got sidetracked and went and met with Zazax the Eyemonger?
We were going to go to the...
on the way to the library.
Yeah, the Library of the Stone Giants.
Graven Hollow. Yeah.
That could be a place that would have an anti-curse spell.
It is a repository of knowledge, you would bet for sure.
So they think a place full of stone giants, they'd have something that would make you less stoned.
Stony. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Seems like
Yep, they would have something there just in case.
I had a curse at one point that was removed from me.
Yeah. I think it was, what did I have? I don't have it studied anymore. I removed it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So,
Timing is everything.
That's probably going to be the only time I really use it. Uh-oh.
It was a greater restoration.
Yeah, that was it.
Is the antidote to a curse.
Now, we searched around the floor and found
Yeah,
any
we haven't-
scrolls.
We haven't turned over the room yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
Actually have not. So is that what you would like to do at the beginning of tonight's adventure?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
please. Oh, always.
Have we killed
Anytime.
the halfling, the guy that brought us here?
Yeah, you have also not dealt with the traitor here.
Volunteer to cut his head off.
Give him
Now,
three
to be
questions.
fair, if you
No,
do
wait a
that,
minute.
Three chances.
you'll have
There
a lot less.
was something I wanted to do. Hold on. Attack.
You'll replace your 180-something temporary hit points with however many a halfling has.
I'll take
Yeah.
the 1 hit point and let somebody else do the rest.
I did not have this bit pulled up, so bear with me while I find out loot in that room, because I don't remember.
This is magic armor for everybody. Magic
Oh, yeah. All the healing scrolls. Can't bring up my spells.
So, One-Eye Jack have scrolls that he keeps, or does he did he memorize all of his?
Let's see here.
What
So
kind of
generally,
guy was
yeah, generally monsters like beholders and things like that, unless they happen to be, just a one-off of a player class, like a wizard or something like that, they don't necessarily learn spells the same way you do. It's just sort of an ability, right?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't use books or scrolls or anything like that.
Right.
They probably could, but it's not really. It's just sort of part of what they are, right?
Afraid of that.
Yeah, I know why I can't find it, because it doesn't exist, and I gotta go to the random treasure table.
Oh, really? You're going random on this, huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging here, but
All right, big money, big money. Roll them dice.
yeah.
Potion of Greater Restoration!
Right. Yeah. Now what are we gonna do for an hour? All right, Dungeon Master's Guide, actually. Man, I have how to practice at finding stuff on D&D Beyond. There we go. Random treasure tables. All right. A Beholder is a pretty high challenge reading. So, where do we go? A, C, D, E, F, G. All right. Nicholas, since you're the birthday boy, why don't you roll for me a D4?
That can't be good. Okay, roll careful. You need a 12 or higher.
Got a 4?
Happy birthday.
All right, nice.
Because I'm number 1.
All right, and since you're the birthday boy again, why don't you give me, now that we're on the table, give me a D100 roll to pick something from this table here that's pretty cool.
All right. 35.
35? Well, that's not very good.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, it's just this
Maybe
level.
he means
It's not very good for non-statues, right?
Right, yeah. So clocks as in your statue form, you're still, I'm going to rule that you're still like kind of fully conscious and you know what's going on. You can see everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just can't move or do anything while you're in this place. You spot what looks like a shiny scimitar kind of over laying on the workbench, which the halfling who betrayed you and brought you here is sort of shriveling and sniveling under, hoping that you guys have forgotten about it. But everybody would notice this if you turn the room over, so it's not like it's just clocks.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So if I'm fully conscious, would I know kind of like how to undo what's been done?
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Okey-dokes. And that would be a 23.
That's pretty darn good. So yes, you know that a greater restoration spell would generally remove things that have effects such as petrification.
Okay.
I'm picturing Wizard of Oz. Oil can.
There's your
Spit
reference.
at him.
There's our reference.
All right. So, does anybody want to investigate this shiny-looking scimitar over in the corner?
I'm gonna hang back with Black Razor and just kind of shrug.
Too
Be
good
happy
for
to.
school.
Nobody? Oh,
See
my
that
goodness.
scimitar over there? I wonder what it does.
All right. You go pick it up, Mornhelm, and it looks shiny indeed. This is clearly a magic weapon. You can either cast Identify on it, or you can just simply roll the dice and attune to it and see what happens.
Okay. All I have to do is find out how to attune.
You just say you want to do it, and you can, basically.
Okay.
It takes an hour. You will, and just to be clear, if there's any effects on it, like curses or boons or weird stuff going on with it, you would be vulnerable to those if you decide to attune to it without knowing.
And the other one is to what?
You can cast Identify, which I think some people in the party have access to, but it needs a pearl, right?
I do not. I think Selkie, do you
I
can
I
cast
don't
it?
Yeah.
have it.
I have it. Anyone want to give me money for a pearl? No?
So
I
it basically
would gladly.
Yeah.
I would gladly if I had any. But
I was gonna say, do we have any money
I bet
left?
he had money in his pocket.
Oh, that's right. You guys spent it all on lizard armor.
But let's let me grab the halfling by his feet and shake him.
Yeah. Does he have any cash on it?
Are you serious?
I'll tell you in a sec.
Yeah, I want to get paid for casting this spell.
I'm shaking him upside down to this.
Yeah, no, you guys robbed him weeks ago. Like,
Oh, that's right.
We did.
yeah.
We're not like that.
You're not letting him carry stuff
Yeah,
around.
okay,
You-
yeah, but as we're turning over the room, can we find any pearls around here?
You do not notice any.
All right. I mean, I have pearls. I just want to get paid for this. I've been
We
paying
have
for
any
these out of my
stone
own
pearls?
pocket.
No, we have. You have stones, don't you? Yep.
Hey, you owe me 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Maybe
right.
I'll give you this. Maybe I'll give you the scimitar.
We'll see what if it's cursed or not. All right, I'm
Right.
gonna cast Identify.
All right. This is a scimitar of speed. Mornhelm, after attuning to it, you gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls with this magic weapon.
+2.
In addition,
nice.
Okay.
you can make one attack with it as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that would be 2 with something else and 1 with the scimitar,
Or 3 with the scimitar.
or 3 with the scimitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. If you have, so your normal attack action gives you 2 attacks, right?
Okay.
Gives you 2 swings, right?
Okay.
And then, even if it's in your same hand, you can keep using it because it's so lightweight and speedy for a 3rd attack. But that burns
Okay.
your action.
Okay.
And what else does it do?
+2 magic weapon.
Nice.
Okay. So it gives you speed and a magic, but it doesn't do much for stone hands.
Does
No,
not
unfortunately.
help stone-defied people.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So let's keep looking while I attune.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, do you really want to tune to it? Selkie's gonna cover up Wave where she would imagine Wave's ears are. Don't you want to dedicate your life? Don't you want to dedicate your life to a sea god?
Aren't you? Yeah. Are you thinking about trading?
You don't like your trident?
I mean, I really like shiny scimitars.
Right, and you
Yeah.
have one.
And the dual
But
Yeah.
wielding,
Yeah,
You're
but
also, aren't you a sea creature?
It, so you know.
Doesn't that thing really gets going in the water?
I mean, you have an
That's
endless
right.
loop of sea shanties. Let's not forget
That's
about
right.
that.
Oh, that's true. I do like my sea shanties.
That does seem like a pretty cool trade. Since Selkie, you're usually dual wielding anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yep. You could have 2 scimitars.
I could.
Well,
Then again, my other scimitar is designed to look like Wave, so I guess I'll stick with Wave.
It's a style choice.
Yeah. I have to look cool.
Anybody else want a magic? I mean, I have a sword of magic. Bludgeon.
Look at this. We're getting to a point where we're just discarding magic items. Like,
No.
I mean, I don't want anybody crying.
plus what?
A little different from our Curse of Strahd campaign.
Yeah, we were like, oh please,
Please, magic item, please.
Can I please find some arrows?
Just an arrow. Just hand you a piece of wood.
Yeah.
To the pointy end.
I may be overcompensating slightly there, but you know.
Let's bag it up. Can we give it to one of our NPC leaders to use?
No.
No, I mean, if nobody wants it, I'll
I think more how Lester wants it.
No, he's just lying.
That's
He
fair
really
enough.
does want it.
Yeah, if nobody else wants it, I'm sure my assassin companion would really do well.
Oh no,
with
if
that.
nobody else wants it, I'll put Wave in the bag and dedicate my life
Wave-
to Seagot another
Wave
time.
in the bag.
Oh.
I thought it was a trident. I didn't know it was a scimitar-looking
Oh
trident.
no, I have Wave and I have a scimitar that Clocks had enchanted for me.
God.
I think I just got
You
enchanted
the
off.
two scimitars.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's a rapier. But I do have
yeah.
some scimitars in the bag of holding.
Yeah, yes, just a
Old stuff.
whole bag of scimitars.
Okay.
I mean, if you
I'll
stick
find-
your
I'll
hand
find
into the
some
bag of
gold for
holding,
you.
be careful. There's a lot of pointy things in there. That's all I'm saying.
It's a bag of death. Let's be fair.
It is. Yeah. Don't dive in.
That's
You know
been-
what?
Okay.
No.
Kill
I
people.
have an idea with what we should do with this halfling. Guys,
Uh-huh.
will he fit in a bag of holding?
Oh.
We covered this, and no, he won't.
Oh, we can't.
He won't fit in there with Gorgon?
What?
Let's try again.
Well, he
Wait.
won't fit
Try.
intact in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Do we have any more of those shrink and large potions that we were using ages back?
I actually have that spell because it was so cool.
You have that
Right.
spell? You can shrink him?
I do. Yeah, I have that one. I don't have your spell or Clox's spell. So I look back. So I had lesser restoration, and then at one point I had remove curse as well.
Which is
I
what
wasn't
you get
sure
back.
which one, Dak, that you had fallen prey to, but
Me? I don't remember either. I just remember being cured, so cheers.
yeah, I think it was like blind or something like that. So I think it was a lesser restoration that took care of it.
You had that curse that was about taking double damage.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, you
So,
got,
yeah, so I had
Right.
to curse for a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what got removed, the double whammy.
Yeah. But no greater restoration, even if I just don't have it right now.
I guess we gotta leave him here.
Yeah. But we got a
Did
shiny
we find
scimitar.
anything else in this room?
Yeah, that was just the first look around the room. Did we find anything else while we were
Yeah.
tossing the
Yeah.
place?
That
Secret doors.
table represents a complete turnover of the room.
No,
Okay.
no gold, no gems, no.
No, I think
Was this guy-
here.
That was it. We already got all our loot from this game.
And gave it away.
Yeah.
You guys spent your money irresponsibly, so now you don't get
Yeah, I
it.
was just gonna say. We got to take our lizard armor back and try to get a
You gotta learn somehow.
like taking a game to GameStop.
we earned our band name, the Mithril Lizard.
The Mithril Lizard. Yeah, exactly.
That's a great name. That's a fantastic
So-
name.
What would happen if we shrunk the halfling and kept him in the same pocket with the bitey?
I mean, eventually it'll wear off, and then he'll explode and either die or rip. that part.
Well, he could be dead from bitey by then.
That's true. Bitey will become the size of a purple worm.
Yeah. In your
Are
pocket.
we just gonna take the halfling with us? What do you think?
Well, the other option is to what? Just chop him up?
I mean, he was going to guide us to the library, right?
Yeah, he can do that.
He was flying.
Yeah. If he wants to live, he can guide us to the library. And if he takes us to the wrong place, we kill him.
We let the lizards eat them.
Ooh, lizard
Something
snack.
Getting dark.
And, right.
Well,
and
I
just
didn't
a-
appreciate having to fight a beholder.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't cool.
We could get 4 lizards to grab them and quarter them.
And just to clarify, everybody listening to this, we're actually, just because we can't remember because it's been a while, it's not a halfling, it's a suburflin, and his name is Peebles.
Oh,
Hey,
Okay.
Suburflin. Whatever.
It's a little deep gnome.
The smaller races are not all the same, okay, guys?
Not even close. No hairy feet in this Verplan.
Yeah.
They gotta wear boots.
And Peebles, I mean, he is really scared of you guys at this point. His only hope was that Zazak would save him, and
Right.
but he is his skills include as a trained surgeon. I mean, he can stitch blocks onto beholders and
Totally.
do cosmetic surgery on them. So there's
But
that.
He can't do greater restoration.
His is a manual skill. It's not really a magic type thing.
Okay.
And Clox's curse doesn't.
And he knows everything there is to know about beholders. Like he's very knowledgeable.
Does he know anything about greater demons?
He does not. If you would have, this is all things you would have talked to them if you spent a couple of weeks trekking with him at this point. So all these things would have come up at some point.
Okay. I said we just take him with us for fun.
yeah, we make him touch doors first in case there's light.
Yes.
Exactly.
Lightning doors.
Because more hands lighten the
We
load.
can call them Pebble Lightning.
All right. If you want to tie him up and bind him and bring him with you, you can do so. Throw him over the back of a lizard, or
Do we need to tie him up and bind him? Is he just like?
Oh,
he doesn't want to come. I mean,
He
he's
just got
scared.
the
we
but-
are absolutely tying him to clocks.
He's got to carry
Just to
clocks.
remind him why he's
Back
being
to
punished.
back over a lizard.
Yeah. He's got to
Clock's
drag. He's got to
lizard's gonna
carry
that
clock.
both.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to
We're on
carry
our way.
like Luke carrying Yoda. He's got to.
Yes.
His little papoose thing.
Yep.
He's like, you have any one of these lizards can easily carry this thing. What is the what? Why are you? I'm like 2'8". I can't.
Well,
You should just be glad this is the form of justice we chose, pal.
Yeah, seriously. Drawn and quartered is not something that's
I know.
abnormal for us to do.
Mornhelm has some really good suggestions, and we came real close to choosing that one.
Well, I suppose it's my clocks to bear. So
Oh, hey.
and he's got dad jokes.
all right. As much as I want to roleplay Peebles all night, we can do that. What would you guys like to do? And once that is all sorted out, you can force Peebles into manual labor at your heart's content.
I think we need to start trekking to the library. What do you say?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
All right.
And how many days from his laboratory are we out? What does he say?
You're actually not sure. The way you're getting to the library is sort of by this ring that you got in Mantle Dareth.
Do we need to go back to Mantle Dareth to restore clocks? Is that something that we can find an answer to there?
Yeah, would there be something with like somebody who would be able to cast that spell, or
Amongst the Zentrum, maybe?
I don't know that you have.
and again, we'd traveled for a few weeks, right?
Yeah, but everything in the Underdark's like a few weeks away, right? It's sort of like driving in Texas. It's all 3 days.
2 days, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. There's any number of different ways you can try to look for more information about getting rid of petrification, or reach out to contacts you've made.
There may be somebody back that way. But I think there's going to be somebody at the library.
You are headed
Yeah.
like a repository of knowledge.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, that sounds like a magical place. Full of
Phlox, what do you think?
scrolls.
Like your
Oh, man.
Hey, Peebles, you have to talk as Clocks now.
Look him in the eye and know what he thinks.
What? I know you were violent, but you're just crazy, lady.
Been in the Underdark for a while now. I think it's to be expected.
He says, "Oh well."
Get to hoofing.
The
All right.
library.
Yeah, to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You all head off in the direction that. Who's wearing the ring, by the way? That you guys took from Mental Dareth.
Not me.
Yeah. What was the ring again?
The Gazrim Dulok gave you the ring as a means to find it. He was the part of those interim contacts.
Yeah. Who was wearing the ring?
I am fully loaded with attuned magic items, so not me.
It does not require attunement. It's just
well, then I don't mind
kind of
doing
like
it.
It's like a homing beacon.
Yeah.
It might just be a little stonied. Can you have it on? Clocks.
I'll gladly do it if no one else wants to.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
All
I
right.
thought somebody was wearing it too.
All right.
Yeah. Was I wearing it?
I don't think I did it.
I think maybe I was wearing it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me check my inventory.
You were always up front.
There's no negative effects to it, so as long as somebody is wearing it, we'll assume. It's good for record keeping to understand who has it in case you die or lose it or something like that. But
Hold on, let me check my notes. I'm pretty sure I was wearing it though.
Oh, there it goes. Went down the drain.
Oh no! Why are there so many drains in the Underdark?
They're everywhere. Little cracks and crevices.
Yeah, I think it was maybe me. I thought I had it in my notes.
After all these years, and now you tell me we were supposed to take notes?
After all these years.
That's what D&D is, basically. Just a bunch of note-taking, a bunch of math in disguise.
yeah, I kind of.
And then everybody has a code that looks like runes, and then nobody can remember what the code word is.
Well, I do feel like I did a bit of an injustice there. I sort of spoiled the new players during Curse of Strahd by taking notes for everybody, kind of all the time. Which I have not been doing.
I take notes.
Yeah, you do.
No, I'm saying, but I was kind of giving everybody a rundown. But yeah, like the newer players didn't learn.
We got audio notes.
Yeah, exactly. I take full-on recordings.
Yeah,
that's true.
I've been taking notes, but I've also been knitting, so my notes aren't good.
It just scratches, and you have to go over it with a pencil to see what the words were.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys take off in the direction that the ring guides you, and in not too much time at all, you arrive. You come across a clearing, and as you sort of round the corner, the path widens into a big clear area, and a many-legged reptile stretches out as if it's been sitting for a long while, and it's avoiding your eyes and looking to the rocky floor at your feet. He barks out, "It's about time you lot arrived. Come, the library bid me guide you to the gates, and I've waited too long already."
Whoa.
And there is the creature, which I just put into the chat, which is an 8-legged reptilian, pretty mean-looking kind of dude with a spiky back and pointy eyes.
Kind of like
Anybody who would like to...
Stegosaurus kind of looking thing?
Yeah,
He's very handsome.
Yep. Anybody?
Kind of
who'd
like our
to-
iguanas that were falling out of the trees in
Mhm.
Florida.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nature or
Zelda.
Arcana can identify this creature.
It's Velda.
Only 11 from me.
Kana. 14.
Ooh, 11.
11.
Oh my god, and I lost my dice.
14. I hear 14.
I got a 14.
All right.
I want to know, is there any way I can trade my lizard in and ride this thing?
Definitely looks like an uncomfortable seat.
Yeah, he matches my armor, all spiky. I love it.
So
Yeah,
is your
he-
armor on your
My smoking spiky
lizard?
armor.
You put spiky on your
War
armor.
armor.
Yeah. It's Guar armor.
Yeah. Zakram, you identify this creature as a basilisk.
Oh.
Oh.
And you would know that basilisks are known for their vicious temperament and also their petrifying gaze.
Yes. This is bad. Everything's like bad when it looks at you, but beholders, these things. I'll tell the gang what I heard in a song one time about these things.
And you do think it's strange given their general reputation that like it's just willing to talk to you and seems fairly good natured.
Yeah.
And then you also like again notice it is like kind of peculiarly not looking at you, sort of like looking down at the floor.
Yes.
And doing this.
Like
Yes.
intentionally not sonifying us.
Mm.
And now, do I remember anything? I know their gaze turns you to stone.
Mhm.
Now, is it just their gaze, or you locking eyes with them?
It's a power they have to be able to do that.
Okay, all right. So they just do it with their eyes. So you don't even have to be looking at them. Then you can have your back
No.
turned to them, right?
So, let's see. You have to be able to see it, and it has to be able to see you.
Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, so I kind of just amongst the group just avert your gaze.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
You listening, clocks?
Peebles.
Don't
Peebles.
blink at
Wind
it.
up like clocks.
Clocks like can't avert his gaze. He's just like,
Yeah. Yeah. You hear that, Bubbles?
We throw a towel over him.
Yeah. Because you'll be carrying more of us if this happens. So.
all right. Well, the basilisk has addressed you. Would anybody like to respond to it as you kind of recognize
Yes.
what's against here? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hail him. So. Yes.
Yeah, he says, it's about time you arrived. The library bid me guide you to the gates, and I've already waited long enough.
Well, we won't keep you anymore. Let's continue.
Oh, fine. Good.
Excellent. Good, sir. Hey,
Wait. How'd you know we were coming?
Well, I mean, the library knows.
This is a good library.
Well, yeah.
Must have reservations.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. You should speak to the librarians.
Excellent. We shall. And may I get your name?
Oh, just Veldskar, just the old servant.
Velskar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for assisting us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anything else before we? You got quite a lot of you here.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah.
it's not too much farther up here, but if any of these folks want to hang out and maybe take a smaller contingency forward, this is a really good spot. Camp's pretty safe.
All right. I guess we're separating from the NPCs.
He says,
Oh,
you
I'm
have nothing to
bringing
worry
my,
about. Graven Hollow is a place of peace.
Can I get
Excellent.
an insight check?
Sure.
18.
He is on the up and up.
I'll leave my thugs behind, but I'll keep the assassin with me.
Yeah. I'd like to bring my shield guardian anyway.
All right. He's not commanding you to. He's just offering a comfortable place for the small army you have.
Who's taking charge of Clox's entourage, or is Nicholas? You want to take the helm?
Yeah, do any of you have
Yep.
like a contingent of dwarves, right?
Yep.
Do they?
Yep. 3. I have a few dwarves and some assassins, I think.
Are any of them like a leader among your crew?
Yeah, there's a dwarf amongst them.
Ooh, what's his name or her name
Tell you.
or their name?
I've already named him. Let me see. His name is Horgrim Ailstone.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent. But
Horgrim.
I still say that he comes with us. With should we bring peoples carrying?
Oh yeah. We don't want to risk him running off.
No, so we need to have him with us.
Steals clocks.
Yeah, he just was running off.
Well, we definitely want Clox with
That's-
us. There's something
it-
still.
We can't risk him having him take some other party to a side adventure.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And that's
Clocks wakes up. He's got like
In full transparency, he has served his purpose to the plot. So
okay.
No, he's stuck with us now.
all right, there it is. Maybe not then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
The only ones we'll be giving plastic surgery to from now on.
Right. So I think I heard that Peebles is coming, Statue Clocks is coming, the Shield Guardian and the Assassin, and everybody else is staying behind. Is that right?
Yeah, the rest of the party. Yeah. Yep.
Is your dwarf coming along too?
Did you want a dwarf? What was that? You wanted my dwarf to come along too, or no?
That's up
we're
to you.
asking you.
Sure.
Don't we have somebody to carry you?
Yeah, we have peoples.
He can pick him up.
People's the
Doesn't he weigh like
first name
10 times more than normal?
Oh, I mean, Clox is still on the lizard, right?
Okay.
No, we were having peoples carry him.
Oh, yeah, I love that image. Just like
Like-
poor little gnome, just barely able to carry this stone goblin. around.
Every step is like torture.
Don't care. It's like Conan on the Wheel of Pain. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Well, you got to be careful, man. People's is going to get jacked and turn into Conan. Working out.
you got a point there. Yeah.
Doing CrossFit crazy.
Peoples the Conqueror. Before long, King Peoples.
Wads for days.
Right? Well, I say we go. We got our group, right?
All right.
All right.
So he says, "Come along now. Let's go." And then, as you guys sort of move along, he says, "You don't need to bring any ornamentation with you. There's plenty of nice things there." And he sort of nods at the statue of clocks.
Oh, we're just particularly attached to it.
No, I mean, whatever suits you both, I guess. But well, it's just this way then. And he will lead you a little ways away to the gates of Gravenhollow. Box text coming. Walking across the threshold of Gravenhollow is like stepping into another realm. The oppressive gloom of the Underdark is replaced by light and a sense of openness that brings back memories of the surface world. The corridor beyond the gates is wide enough for 10 people to walk side by side, and the ceiling's height reminds you of the great halls of Gauntlgrave. The corridor opens into a central well with walkways crossing its span to the opposite side. You can barely see the ends of the level to your right and left, with doors opening into so many rooms you doubt you could explore them all in a single day.
Ooh.
The ceiling is bright with rainbows trapped in hundreds of crystal formations, combining to create a warm and inviting illumination. Looking down is a dizzying experience. Staircases connect to different levels below, and you soon lose count of how far down they go. A stout, rocky creature detaches from the perfectly smooth wall to your left, leaving an imprint of its body in the wall that quickly smooths out and fades from sight. Travelers, I am Horum. The masters are occupied, but there are rooms for all of you. Choose your own. The resources of Graven Hollow are at your disposal, and you need only ask. And you all would...
I was gonna say, Peebles and Clocks definitely get their own room.
Wait a second. I don't trust Peebles.
Well, he's tied to you. He can't do anything.
That's what I mean. He's tied to me. I don't trust him.
Except kick rocks. Clocks. Happy birthday.
What, just because it rhymes? Is that what's so funny about it?
Yes. It was a mom joke. I'm hilarious.
Okay.
Everybody's got jokes.
And you guys would recognize this creature, Horum, in front of you as a Galabdur. You encountered these back in the Blingden Stone when you were fighting the elementals and things like that. It's sort of a stone creature that can take on the shape of stone and is basically stone come to life.
They could take the shape of anything, right? As long as it was stone.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're sort of like a little bit like a golem. You know what I mean? But it's not actually a golem.
Gotcha.
So he is patiently awaiting any questions you may have, or otherwise he will be happy to direct you to your quarters if you like.
Do you have any healers?
Healers?
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge here about healing, but I don't know of any healers specifically. What seems to be the trouble?
Well, our companion here got himself turned to stone.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, no offense. I mean,
What'd
lots
you
of
do
people
about it?
like being stone, but I think maybe he'd prefer to be able to move again.
Well, didn't you talk to Veldikar? Veldaskar? Didn't you talk to the basilisk?
No.
We did, but I was being a smartass, so...
He says, well, we gave him that power long time ago to be able to undo it if he screws up, basically.
What? Of course we did. Oh. Hey, where can we find him again?
He's just right outside.
Oh, okay.
He sort of left you at the gate. And
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey, Sir Basilisk!
What?
Can you unturn our friend from being stone?
Our ornamentation?
Yeah.
He's kind of like, that's a person?
Well,
why didn't you say something?
Not really.
I feel like I do feel like person is a strong word.
Yeah, person's kind of generous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy birthday!
This is like a clock's roast.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be like torture for Clocks to not be able to dig back. You know what I mean? Just take all the blows.
His stone cigarette just kind of gritting his teeth.
And he'll so Veldaskar says, I thought it looked too nice to just be a statue. All right, hold on. He's sort of he's weird because he walks he has to sort of step sideways and then look at the ground so he doesn't look up, but he makes his way over there, and then you see him sort of his eyes glow for a second, and then the glowing color of them sort of washes over Clocks, and the unpetrifying effects of the basilisk's greater restoration spell wash over you, Clocks, and you are made whole.
But he's also still tied to Peebles.
Yeah.
Check your pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's okay.
Can I check his pockets?
The
Your
people?
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine him wearing slave garb at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have already robbed him multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, then give him a sock.
Yeah, it's no, he said Toby. Yeah, he dressed more like Princess Leia on Jabba's horse.
It's wearing a gold bikini.
Yeah. You know what? I say this is a good thing. I say you just have him carry you everywhere.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Why not?
Slaves are slaves.
Okay.
It's gonna be Master Blaster, except there's like 2 masters, size wise.
Yeah.
Clocks, I meant your pocket for a bitey.
No. Clocks holds his pocket and says, "You guys don't care anyway." Don't listen to them, bitey. I love you. They're just pretenders.
Did he get a lesser greater?
Did he get what?
A lesser greater restoration?
Did. No rock.
For Bitey's not a rock.
Bitey's feeling great. He knuckles up and like nibbles at your nose looking for boogers. Your favorite treat.
Free lunch.
Thirsty work.
Something else.
Rock.
That's something you don't see every day.
All right. Veldskar says, "Well, if there's nothing else, then I'll be seeing about my duties. Just try to stay out of trouble."
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
And he sort of 8-legged saunters off. And the Gale of Dur Horum says, "Well, that was eventful. I guess we'll be needing accommodations for one more, apparently."
Yeah.
Still bunking up with Peebles?
I'll take my own room. Thank you very much. Peebles can stay outside my door and guard it.
He says, "Well, if you'd like to select your quarters, then please come right this way." And he'll sort of like, it's kind of almost unnerving how fast he just navigates this series of turns and twists and staircases, and then ends up in this place, and you all are instantly turned around and completely sort of lost in this place where it is. But as you go up, I mean, it's every bit of a fantastic magic library. There seems to be apparitions popping in and out all over staircases. There's grandiose colors of crystal cascading all down the walls, and then books and tomes and scrolls and tablets of many different texts and languages, and some you can recognize and some you can't, all around you. But he takes you into a room, into a hallway, and throws open a door, and there is just an open square bare stone room in there. He says, "Okay, who wants this one?"
Peebles?
People says, "Really? I can have a room?"
I mean, does anyone have any kind of binding spell to keep him here?
Well, Dak has Black Razor.
I do have Black Razor.
I believe we do have some binding rope.
Rope
And we're really good at tracking things down.
Yeah, this isn't gonna happen.
No, I'll take a room with Peebles. I'll keep an
Oh.
eye on him.
Oh, all right. Very generous, Dak, I must say.
All right, so
he can curl up in a
Dak?
corner.
He just needs Dark Racer practice.
So Dak, you're going to take the first room and then let people stay with you?
Yeah, Peebles,
All right.
Abra the assassin, the 3 of us will take this room.
Okay. Describe to me what Dak's perfect chambers would look like.
His perfect chambers?
Mhm.
Just one big bed with lots of furs on it. Lots of places to keep warm. I guess maybe 2 beds. Dabra have her own bed.
Mhm.
And I'll have a stack of furs in the corner for Peebles to curl up.
Mhm. All right. He says, "Very well, Master Vendigar." And just as you take ownership of the room, it just, as you described, it just sort of appears. And it's customized to you, and however you'd like to see it fitted out.
All right, awesome. That's magical.
Oh yeah. And likewise, the rest of you, he'll. The only difference is just the location. If you want to be across the hall or down the hall or 2 doors down, but as he opens the door, it's a nondescript sort of stone box, and then as you take ownership of it, or I guess like you would for any hotel room or something like that, it'll fit itself out based on your expectations, kind of whatever you would want your quarters to look like. So, does anybody want to describe their quarters and what they look like?
Mine is going to look exactly like one of the rooms that Tappy's in.
Aww.
It's like home.
Yep.
Clocks is going to have some... Clocks is like, bunk beds! And he's going to have like some hammocks, laid out. And over on the side, it's going to be a nice swampy colored salt bath. Just like laid out, ready to chill out. Something nice and potent.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, I guess mine would look like any backstage green room for any 80s metal band during their peak heyday era.
Like a bowl with M&Ms, but only green M&Ms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to wade through the empty beer cans like they're knee deep.
It's the alarm system.
The Jack Daniel bottles.
It's the alarm system.
Yes, can't get in. Yeah, come on, assassins, try.
How about you, Mornhelm? What do your chambers look like?
I get a single bed, a fireplace with a stew boiling, and a sharpening wheel.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. Very homey. Horum will arrange any food that you wish to be sent to your quarters, or you can get together for group meals, and food's no problem. It just magically is summoned, and to his word, Horum is a gracious host and sees to your every need. Is there anything else you would like to ask him before moving on?
I'd like to know if we could peruse the library at some point, or is this...
What time of day is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He says, of course. That is, I assume, why you're here.
Yeah.
Or gain some kind of knowledge or lore. He says, well, what you have to understand about the library is that this is sort of a doorway through space and time, if you will. It's kind of, you know how they say, it's bigger on the inside. And you may interact with visitors here who are from the past, from the present, from the future, and those are echoes. You can speak with them, you can interact with them. This is a history of everyone who has ever visited here, as much as it is a recording of what the three librarians keep up with. But generally speaking, this place is arranged by past, present, and future. And interrogating any one thing needs just cross your mind, and the library will guide you to it to the best of its ability.
All right. I like this. This is cool.
So outside of the library, has everything been normal, or has there been recent strife?
Oh, I'm sure I wouldn't know, but the librarians may be able to help you with those kind of questions. I'm merely a servant here.
And a fine job you're doing.
You can find them either in their respective studies or in their quarters on the top floor. If you wish to schedule a time to speak with them, I would be happy to arrange that.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do that.
How about, yeah?
He says, very well. There are three librarians, Ulthar, Urmas, and Ustova. each representing the past, present, and future respectively. Is there a specific one you would like to seek out first?
The present.
The present. Well, you'll want to speak with Ermast then. He's quite busy, but he has a vast network of all kinds of beings and messengers bringing information from all sorts of parts of the Underdark. So if you would like, rest here, and I will let you know when Ermas is ready, or you may feel free to peruse the library by yourself, and I will come find you.
Peruse the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perusing.
All
Demon
right.
section.
Yes.
All right. Demon section is where y'all are headed, is what I heard, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you want the past, present, or future of demons?
Ooh.
Let's go with. We want to start with the past. See.
Recent past, yeah.
Yeah, let's start with the past, get a little history, and then see where the present brings us.
All right. So you, in kind of like he described, all you guys have to do is sort of say it out loud. And as you move off in a direction, there's subtle hints from the library where it's just like a rippling of the books or scrolls, or, sort of a staircase will have a rainbow kind of fall over it. And it just sort of naturally guides you where you want to go. There's no real, as far as you can tell, like Dewey Decimal System. There's no like organization as far as you can tell. It's just that the library can sort of have you end up wherever it is you want to be, including back to your quarters.
Does the library have a name?
This is the library of Graven Hollow.
Just say library. You don't have to say Zelda.
You don't even have to say it out loud. You can even just sort of think it. It's sort of how it's tuned and what it does.
Okay.
So you guys say that aloud and head off in that direction as a group. And there we go. You head off to the archives of the present, and as you sort of approach this wing of the library, there's a flowing script across the sort of the main arch as you go in that way, and it says, "The present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping one's grasp without mercy or respite." And you head into the present section.
Awesome. I write that down because that's some good lyrics right there.
Yep. And as you're kind of like, as you're walking through there, you notice sort of this shimmering presence sort of walking the same direction as you do. Like, has anybody ever played like Dark Souls or anything like that? How like you see the other players like doing the same thing, right? Yeah. It's a lot like that, right? Wow. You see like, it's kind of like that experience. But as you do that, I'd like for somebody, let's have the birthday boy be the dice roller tonight. Why don't you give me a D20 roll?
All right.
Yeah. You need a D20?
I got 6.
6, eh? All right. All right. Striding past you as you kind of pause to read the lyrics or the saying at the top of the arch. On your walking by on your right, you notice the unmistakable form of Brunor Battlehammer, the king of dwarves who sent you here. But his red hair has turned mostly white, and he's leaning on a cane, and he's sort of having a hard time getting around.
Oh, wow.
And that's the present? Interesting.
You would pretty... this is the section of the library that's the present, but this is more than likely the future of...
Come back.
His future Brunor, right?
Yep.
And yes.
So I'm going to say these specters could just pop up anywhere, and it could be future, past, present, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
there's very much time layering on itself.
Yeah.
They're walking these paths. Yep.
And we can address them, right? We can interact. Yeah. Oh.
Kind of like Harry Potter and the pictures on the wall.
Pictures and the specters and the
like
ghosts.
We can talk to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sir Headless. What is it? Is it Nick?
Nick.
Nearly headless Nick.
Nearly Headless Nick. Yeah, that's right. Not quite. He didn't join that club, but that's great. I love that. So, what do you think? Let's talk to him.
Greetings, King Brenner. We finally arrived where you sent us.
He sort of
thousands of years ago.
he sort of looks up at you and squints and says, "I don't remember seeing you here before. Who are you, and who are you to address Brunor?"
We're your humble servants from 1066.
He says, I don't remember. Why am I here? What are you doing? And you sort of start to get the impression that he's probably gone quite senile.
Gotcha. Right. Gotcha. Does Mithril Lizard ring a bell?
People are rich in Mithril. Why are you so scary?
Just kind of look down.
Remember back when the Demigorgons and the demons took over the Underdark?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
No, it's all right. Let's talk about it.
Were we successful?
What happened? Tell us a story. Do you remember back in the day?
I'm here looking for the stories. I don't. Where am I? And he'll just sort of he sort of limps on his cane and just keeps walking off. Yeah.
Bye.
All hail.
Right.
If he's still around, well, I mean, if that's the future, that's not too shabby.
Yeah, we must
A little bit of hope.
We may not have, but he did.
Well, yeah, right? Yeah. And he's gone mad from all the demons. So, yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
Alien prodding.
Hold up like Gollum in some lake side under mountain.
Precious.
Well.
Huh.
Any text that we find?
Sure.
Can we pull up current events?
Yeah, current events. Let's see what we can find going on here.
I think from Slibbity Bloop to.
Sure. Yeah. What location are you worried about?
Let's see. What was one that we were concerned of when we left?
Fungus Land.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I want to look up this place, the library.
Ah.
Oh, the president of the library?
Library news.
Yeah.
Morton.
Yeah. You sort of run your finger along, and you find like yourself in like a section of stone tablets that are sort of chipped out, and they one of them sort of just like floats down off the shelf towards you, and you see like a record etched in the stone tablet of group of 5 adventurers arrived at Gwavern Hollow. Waiting for them for a while.
What
I finally arrived.
Oh. Okay. All right, so that's like the most up-to-date present then.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I gotcha. All right.
What about the Fungus Town? Mushroom Land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find a tablet that says messengers arrived, one describing demon incursions and scared of their lives. All communications since stopped.
Oh.
Like,
we know where the messenger ended up.
Did we just miss it, or was that us?
I think that was us. I'm sure anywhere that we had gone, it's just going to be basically no communication, destroyed, or
Burned to the ground.
still burning like a tire fire.
What about the Dark Dwarf town?
You look over at Gracklestug and it says Thimbershod runs roughshod over Gracklestug, claiming his vengeance on the dwarves.
No way! So cool. Anything about the baby dragon?
Yeah.
Curiously, nothing there.
Pretty sure Thundershot ate the baby dragon.
Oh, that's right. Oh well.
Dragon omelet.
Yeah.
Here today, food tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh well, he says that wasn't like 3 episodes.
What about the tavern? Is the tavern so
Yeah.
Oh,
That place is
Tappies.
cool.
Tappies.
That was my pal Tappy.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The
Too much
Burgundy blend.
You find a scroll that says well, it's a like a Yelp review of Tappy Tavern. It says, food is terrible, but the entertainment is lovely. 2.5 stars.
Out of 10.
I'm gonna improve that rating, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, the old Tappies was scary.
Right.
New Tappies, though. I'm gonna look for a present on the Drow.
They're gonna do more. So Drow is kind of broad.
Okay, the ones that were actually seeking us.
Oh, you killed them.
Everybody. Everybody, all of them, no remnants,
There's
second
one
wave.
One or two left down there at the last place we were at, but that's
you do get back something that says high-ranking reports of a high-ranking Drow incursion disappeared into the Underdark, never to be heard from again.
Awesome, very good. How about one on White Plume Mountain?
You find Clox's fake newspaper that
Oh yeah, that's right.
still out there.
I forgot about that.
White Plume Mountain. Let's see. A lonely artifact still waiting for someone to come pick it up.
Oh, that's the mace.
You can hear its cries if you pause.
We'll be back.
Listen.
Wave, Black Razor, where'd you go?
Where are you? Oh. So
Did you find
sad.
anything on the Demogorgon?
Yeah.
Loads of stuff. Yeah. And just as you start to kind of like you guys are really getting into it and looking all around, like Horum disincorporates from the wall and comes out and says, "You can find whatever knowledge is stored here and what Ermis has been able to transcribe. But if you would like to speak with the librarian, he will see you now."
Ooh.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Let's go visit.
Be honored.
Mm-hmm. And so you guys are escorted into a private chamber that's sort of covered in it's covered in this just walls and walls and walls of blank slates, and you can tell that this is like a busy hubbub of their scribes and Gale of Dur and all kinds of different helpers kind of busily running about the place, and in the center of it is this blue-skinned giant, well over 30 feet tall, with white eyes, who's sitting at a huge desk carving out these chiseled tablets that you've been reading from as fast as possible. And he sort of sets one down and says, "Welcome to Graven Hollow. I understand you have questions. I am extraordinarily busy, but I am here to make time to assist. Now, what can I do for you? And more importantly, what news do you bring of the outside world?"
So, I think I just see this like cacophony of babbling towards him, just like everything. But then there were demons, and then there was a tentacles,
and we got blown through this hole, and we flung through the air.
And he was sewing extra eye stalks on it.
And he's like surprisingly like good at like following all the random threads. You can tell he's used to like people coming in.
Very nice.
Sort of like this all the time, and he's just picking it up, and then you're like, he's listening about Beholder, and he's about dragons and eggs and all the things you guys are telling him and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, if somebody pipes up about the demon lords, all of a sudden he just like,
oh,
you tell me more.
We lay everything out for him.
He says, indeed, this is worrisome. For sure. I will record these in the annals so that others from the past, present, and future may complete their research as needed. Now, in return for this information, I have a gift I would like to bestow upon you. And he will reach onto a shelf next to him where he has a handful of these things, and he will hand you what's basically like a sword length crystal.
Ooh.
That sort of like glimmers, and he kind of holds it with a rag, and he says, "This is a Stone Speaker's crystal, and one of you may attune to it, and it bears several different properties, one of which is a deeper attunement to the secrets of the library."
Oh, wow.
You can, once per day, you can basically dive deep and go into what the library knows, and either in the past or present or future, about a specific location to gain even more in-depth knowledge.
Oh, wow.
He says it also has a number of other features and magic spells which you can use here, but alas, it only these are standard spells that many magic users could cast, but the knowledge of the other parts of the library and the deep dives only works while you are here.
Gotcha. Okay, and the spells work outside of it, though, still. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Cool. What are the what are the spells mostly like?
He says it has the ability to cast Speak with Animals, Speak with Dead, or Speak with Plants.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Just not the living.
Oh, they don't know anything. Yeah, he wants to, so you got to attune to it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Gotcha. Who would like to take this one?
Is this one for the birthday boy?
Happy birthday.
It does kind of look like a sword.
What kind of item is it again?
It's not really a weapon or anything. It can give you the power to cast a few spells and commune with the library, but that's its basic purpose.
Are we sure we want to give this to Clocks?
Boy.
Knowledge is power.
Are we concerned about what he'll do with this? He's gonna look up bomb making stuff, guys.
Yeah. The anarchist cookbook.
Yep.
Yeah, I can attune to one more item.
You just have to use it.
What's it called again?
Stone Speaker Crystal.
Stone Speaker Crystal. Yeah, if nobody else wants it, sure. Why not? Stone Seeker Crystal.
He says, I will, and as you guys are sort of pondering this, and he'll take down any notes or any other news that you want to give him, which I'll generally assume you'll tell him everything that's happened. You guys don't want to say.
We'll absolutely be making ourselves sound more heroic, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's used to that.
You're the hero in this.
Right.
Yeah.
And he'll, it's you see him like he's sort of almost taking notes in this kind of shorthand, and as you're noticing it, like he sort of chisels away on a stone and then passes it over to a couple of scribes, and they pick it up and then go and produce the tablets that you saw were out there. And so you can tell this really is a manual effort, and he's literally transcribing every bit of stuff that comes in, sort of like a newsroom, right? And then publishing it. So the things you learn about the nature of the library, at least in the present parts of it, are that it's a couple of things. There's a ton of information here. There's a ton of great things you can find out about. But it's definitely like that single editorial source, right? So it's only information that's brought in that gets transcribed and put in there that you see, right? So it's not like you magically know everything that's happening in the world.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just the information that's made it there. And also it all goes through this stone giant.
Okay.
Right? And so it's just going to be whatever he interprets or writes down, right? But nonetheless, pretty straightforward, a pretty powerful bit of information.
Oh, that's cool. This is like a giant temple of Wikipedia.
Yeah, right. And he'll tell you the stone speaker crystal, the major power of that is that he says this can tap into the deeper powers of the library and can give you knowledge that's not been transcribed.
Oh, wow. Oh, very cool. All right, Clocks. I got a question for you there. Cool. Demons. You need to find out all about the demons.
So
Why
is this like a
their
special
realm
stone
and into
speaker
this one?
crystal? Or is this like I don't know if I know any divination spells.
Oh,
Probably
yeah. It might be
for the
like,
best.
it might be more optimized like for a divination wizard, but I mean you can still, make use of the other properties for it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were like anybody was like a wizard in this party, like this place would be
Yeah.
heaven for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Hidden a candy shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Clocks is like, what do you want? You wanted me to trade for it or what?
This is my gift to you for
Keep
making
it forever.
Here.
He's like, no, really. Let me trade with you. And he Clocks pulls out one of these.
Is it a candle that never lights? Is it?
The candle that never lights. What was it? Where was it?
I like how the librarians look like Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
They do.
Yep.
Okay, go do that.
Clocks pulls out one of his mana core horns. And he's like, yeah. You want one of these?
He says, "What is that?"
Yeah, you can put it on top of your head, and you can kind of go like, da 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 da.
He says,
Or I don't know, pick your ear with it, or
if you insist, you can leave it on the desk.
All right. Well, yeah, why not? And he tosses a horn up on the desk.
All right, yeah. Says, now, is there anything else I can do to assist with your research? If not, I will return to my tasks. I hope you find the resources of the library useful and your stay here is comfortable. Please stay as long as you need or like.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Run along.
He says, well, you've always been here, after all.
Oh.
I'm forever going to be haunting these hallways. I love it.
Oh. Is there a music section?
Sure.
Oh, very nice.
We're gonna be here a while, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We totally are. I feel like live here.
So you could go to the future section,
Yeah.
and then bring them all back to the present. Say they're yours.
Mm-hmm.
You just wrote them today. Get them all. Then in the future, when the guy writes it, they'll say, "No, those are old."
Did he leave?
Then you can take them off of Spotify.
You're all sort of in his office, and he's politely waiting, but you can tell if you have nothing else for him, he'd just as soon get on with his day.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, I want to know, has anything disrupted your normal operation in recent memory?
No. I have always been in this place, and it has always been here.
There's no new power trying to take control.
Oh, they come, they go across the arc of history. My sister and my brother, they know more about what's happened before and what may happen yet, but I only concern myself with right now. But to answer your question, no, operations in the present continue as they have for centuries and will for centuries to come. As is evidenced by the many echoes you see.
I kind of feel like we're going to go talk to the brother from the future, and he's going to be like, all hell broke loose. It was total chaos.
The very next tomorrow.
Yeah, are his brother and sister around?
Or do we have to make separate appointments?
Yep.
I'm sure Horum can assist you if that is your desire.
Hey, you think he wants the Manicore horn? I can take it to him if you don't want it.
I'm sure I would not know.
Well, I'll tell him it's a gift from you, and maybe that'll make him happy.
You gotta climb up to his desk and take it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just imagine Clocks like scampering up his desk.
Yeah, it's like huge too. You gotta climb up on some tablets and like jump up there. Like
he's like balancing on what people's head right now.
Yep.
Yeah. No, really. Take this
We're
half
gonna be the first party of people to get kicked out of this library, aren't we?
All right. So shall we delve deeper? Do you want to go to a different section? So we know that the demons are still basically and presently wreaking havoc
somewhere.
Yep. And so you get the impression that now, and this is, it's not an impression, this is what the stone giant of the present will tell you, is now that you have this crystal, basically once per day, if you like, you can ask these questions that might go to a deeper level, right?
Oh, yeah.
There might be information that hasn't arrived here yet or that isn't specifically transcribed.
Right. So what time of day is it? Considering that we're like in eternal night, it doesn't. This place is like a casino. There's no clocks. There's no windows. You just, you know.
That's right. I mean, the Underdark itself is like a casino, right? There's
totally. There's nothing. Yeah, you don't know what up from down.
It's been like 10, 12 hours since you slept.
Dogs.
That's what you can do.
Oh yeah. Well, I know one question that we need to ask is basically, why are the demons here in the Underdark? Why are they leaving the... I mean, these are demons, so it would be what the...
Like the alternate plane that they come from, right?
Yeah. Would it be the Abyss?
Well, so Clocks has got the final... is holding the crystal and attuned to it. So... And again, this kind of deep dive is once per day type of thing.
Right.
The crystal has to recharge. So if you want, you can go to the sort of out really to any part of the library and just sort of all get together and ask this question. And you may receive whatever information is available.
Gotcha. Do we because I'm always sketchy about, finding out about our future.
Mm-hmm.
Sketchy. I mean, I think I want to know if I make it.
See, I'm all about making my own future.
I think maybe tomorrow we should ask, how do we defeat these things?
Well, there's that. I think that's a good one. But we may be able to get some of this information already that's established, So I have a feeling that in the past section, there may be a good write-up of all of these. But we don't know why they're leaving the realm that they're in to come to the Underdark.
And that would be the present.
And that would be that. Yeah, that would be kind of in the present, or it might be a little bit. It might be a little bit of past present. It's right on the cusp. It seems like.
Should we find out if it's an answer that's already in the library before we ask the crystal?
I think that would be good. So maybe we can all tag team Scooby-Doo style. Drew.
Well, don't they come out?
Research.
They come out by invitation, don't they? It's some deep dark witch has to open the portal and say, "Come on in."
It could be that, or they're just expanding their realm. Who knows? So let's find out.
I think it's like vampires. You can knock on the door, but you can't come in.
Oh, yeah.
Is that something we can find in the library? Why they're coming?
You go. So where are you going to search? And you go past, present, or future. So those are like if you're going to manually look up stuff, that's kind of how you do it.
This is kind of present stuff. So maybe in the present, since we're here right now in the room of the present. I say that.
It'll answer any question we think, right?
Yeah, but it's once a day.
We don't need the boss.
Well,
that's through the crystal.
Yeah, you can web search for whatever information is out there, basically, right?
Yeah,
you just see there. But if you want to know something that's outside of knowledge, you know what I mean, then that's when you use the crystal.
Now, is it? Do they use an index card format for filing, or are they? Is it?
Decimal system.
Yeah.
No Dewey, no decimal.
Wet or dry. Dewey decimal system.
No Dewey or dry decimal.
No, you think there might be some kind of filing system there, but it's so far over your head and it all happens so fast that it's and it's also that's probably some part of the magic of the place, right? Is how this stuff all gets disseminated and cataloged so fast, but it's not. It's so intuitive to use that nobody really worries too much about why something is where it is, because you can just find it whenever, right?
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I'll attempt to look for why are they in the Underdark.
Why are the demons in the Underdark?
Yes.
How do demons gain access to the Underdark now that they're here?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So if you go to the present section and you look around for that, it's pretty scarce. I mean, there's some information and rumors and demon lords of things and that have come around, sort of like you were randomly hearing from people passing by that you're talking to, but you can tell that it's not well vetted, and there's nothing here recorded about where they came from.
Because nobody's told.
Other than then you can go to the past and say okay, well, demons come from the abyss, right, and these are the different demon lords, and this is what we know about them, right.
So we can go back after that. I wouldn't mind going back into the past and just taking notes on all of these demon lords.
Okay. Yeah, I can send you some stuff to read. I won't go through every. There's a ton.
There are a few.
I'm sure.
Yep. There's oodles to read there, so I can lay bare the appendix and the information.
Yeah.
That stuff, if you guys want, I'll copy and paste that. You guys can read it because it's cool.
Just noticing as I looked at it from one eye, the crystal looks very much like a vacuum cleaner. Did it vacuum up all the good stuff?
Right. Any
Any real questions?
That's the question, right? Like that's like when Homer gets the 3 wishes.
Yeah.
Hey, do I really get 3 wishes? Yes. Really? Yes. The 3 answers from the wise man. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Goodbye. All right. Any thoughts on a deeper dive question for the day? Anything like that, or other stuff y'all want to dig deep on?
Can we look in the future section too about why they're coming?
Sure.
When will they be outside the door of the library?
Let's see. Well, Horam says, would you like to make a... First of all, Horam will ask if you want to make an appointment with any of the other librarians.
Yes, please.
All right. So both of them, he says, oh, well, the librarian of the past is available directly, if you would like. I will work on getting an appointment with the librarian of the future, but that may take several days. And if you all would like to go talk to the librarian of the past, I keep losing my spot here, sorry. You can do so if that's what y'all are up to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, where did it go? Sorry, it takes me a minute to scroll. I don't like this format where everything's just one long web page of scrolling.
Non-alphabetized,
Right.
numerical
Tabs.
Yeah.
What kind of library is it?
tabs.
Yeah.
It's an Underdark.
Yeah.
Special.
Mhm. All right, you all are led to the chamber of Ulthar, the keeper of the past. And he is a counterpoint to his brother, as he says, welcome. We have always expected you and are glad you came. Please sit down. Talk to me. Tell me how I can help.
We need to know how to defeat these demon lords.
Demon lords, is it? Well, as I'm sure you're aware, there's a nearly endless amount of information on every demon lord available in our archives, but defeating them, well, I think they are all of the sort that you would hope to, at best, send them back to the abyss.
Are there any prophecies
For
about the demon lords?
100
coming?
years.
Any prophecies about the demon lords?
I am sure that there may be something like that. However, prophecies are the domain of my sister, the keeper of the future.
Makes sense.
There aren't any prophecies that have already happened.
Well, I am the keeper of the past, and so I guess everything is a prophecy in that case.
Have the demon lords ever been sent back to the abyss before?
Oh, many times, I'm sure, but never so many at once, perhaps.
Why do you say
They
so
still have
many?
that.
It is an interesting question, but it is something that is not currently within my knowledge.
You don't know why you're saying so many demon lords at once?
Well, I don't know why there could be so many here or how there could be so many. It's a mystery to me. Nothing I've recorded or that we have recorded here suggests this has ever happened before.
Well, that's good.
Do we want to see if any of these specific demons have been here? Like the
Demogorgon.
Demogorgon? Has it ever been in the Underdark before?
There have been a number of demon wars with them breaking into the surface world, and Demogorgon has certainly tried to ascend to the material plane many times before. But this does seem different and concerning, to say the least.
How was it returned to the abyss in the past?
Brave adventurers, wizards of high skill, brave people of all sorts banded together and defeated it, sent it back at great cost.
I don't like that. Yeah, but how specifically? Like, did they use a certain spell, or?
He says, well, the weaknesses of the Demogorgon are hard to pin down as there are not many. This is a foe that can kill at a glance and cares nothing for the morals of the surface world, much less the Underdark for that matter.
Are there other demons that can kill a demigod? A demigorgon?
Oh, that is an excellent question. I do not have a record here of a specific demon fighting another demon, but that is a possibility, I suppose.
Have there been any sightings of the Demigorgon recently?
I am aware that you all have reported a sighting, and that is the only record that we have. Everything else...
What did you hear from us?
What?
What did you hear from us?
We heroically fled. That's what he heard from us.
Just fact checking him. This could be all a bunch of hogwash.
Oh, well, okay. Let's see. This says here now, whichever one of you is Clocks apparently slew 100 Kuo-toa single-handedly and became a pirate of some repute afterwards.
Ill repute.
Yes. Well, we'll send that to the editor.
So, Clocks has been sending in his own reports.
Gotta get.
If you don't, who will?
Yep. Where is our, like, do we have an idea of, like, what our goal is here?
Return the demons to the abyss.
That's, like, next on the agenda?
Yeah, we're here to find out how to do it. Right?
What are you supposed to do to win the game?
Be with friends and enjoy ourselves.
And then you win.
And also, are you above world or in the Underdark?
We're in the Underdark. Go back to reading your book.
When did she get to be 20?
Yeah. They go from that age to directly to like...
Yeah, they skip a decade.
You know, it's like... Yeah.
He says, well, I sense I haven't helped you very much, but I am always here at your disposal and will make... I would presume I have more time than perhaps my siblings would to spend here chatting with you, but I do recommend making use of that crystal to ask some of these more complex questions, which we haven't gathered information on yet.
Have there been any other adventurers of a, 4 to 10 sized party that have entered the library to ask you questions before?
He just laughs and says, that is the basic essence of my existence.
And what questions have they asked?
Oh, you'll be surprised.
Already.
And which of those have you found the most helpful?
Yes.
Oh. Who? Many of them seem to come in with very how should I put this? Precise ideas, schemes, plans, things that they're going to try to see if somebody else has tried it before, perhaps, or gain some more specific information.
Mm.
So you're saying they're better prepared than we are?
They took notes.
Hey, Clocks, the manticore horn.
Oh, yeah.
Hint, hint.
Your brother said to give you this manticore horn, and then you would tell us something useful.
We really are going to be the first party to get kicked out.
Perfect.
He says, I doubt he said that, but thank you for the gift. And he'll at least pick it up and look at it and say, oh, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
And sit
If
down
you just
and-
put it right under here and you dig a little bit, gets right where it needs to. Just give it a try.
I'll have to give that a shot.
I really like that anyone who's listening to it on YouTube can't see where you're pointing. So it's their imagination to decide where you're scratching yourself.
Exactly.
We're not going to clarify either.
You'll know where the right spot is. You'll find it. The
Right.
manticore horn always finds the right spot.
All right, he says, well, if you do come up with questions through your research, please come visit me again. I will make myself available.
Those books aren't going to read themselves, huh?
Mm.
The books aren't going to fly into your hands.
I mean, they do in this library, though.
Oh.
It's very handy.
That's a great library.
Yeah.
Better than Harry's.
So what about the third sibling? Can we jump ahead to that appointment?
Mm.
If it's on a future day, maybe we should ask the crystal something first and then get some rest.
It's getting late,
Good
but who
point.
knows? Yeah.
Point.
What are you going to call the crystal?
My precious.
Princess.
Original.
Appropriate.
So Billy says the question.
Yeah. Billy the crystal.
Like the crystal, I like it.
All right, so we gonna ask it something?
Or bang the crystal.
Do we want to know why or how the demons are here, or how to return the demons back to where they came from?
In the past, you would want to know why they were coming.
Yes.
Maybe in the present, you would want to know where they were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and these, if you're going to ask the crystal a question, you don't have to be quite so specific about past, present, future. That's really for more if you're looking stuff up or
Okay.
you're a librarian.
Gotcha.
If I were a Demigorgon, how would I go about getting in the Underdark for free?
Well, should we start with how to get rid of them?
I was going to say, or if we were a band of misfits, how would we return greater demons back to the abyss?
Mm.
Yep.
We'd have to know where the hole was that they came in on.
Yeah.
They're like rats in the attic.
Your call,
So-
Fox.
So we're not really asking something specific, but we can just ask that question? Or do we need to ask something like, how have they been returned in the past?
Yes.
Or how do we return them now?
Yeah.
How,
because that
have
could be
we,
kind of
how
different
did we
question.
succeed in returning them in the future?
Yeah. When we succeed in returning them in the future, how do we do it?
How
did we do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Just that.
That's a great question.
All right.
You may say so yourself.
All right. So give me the final phrasing. What are you going to use your once a day crystal question to be?
Clox looks around to see if anybody is protesting.
Let's
sees-
go with your
he
goblin
sees-
logic.
Goblin logic.
Can I get a cheesesteak?
When am I gonna find the cheese stick cabinet? All right, so I guess I'll ask that question. How is it that the demons can be returned to the abyss?
You all, the crystal glows, and you all get sort of the same vision of a scene. And an imperious drow archwizard in spider silk rose casts a mighty conjuration spell. As the ritual draws toward its conclusion, a web of phase res energy expands outward. The wizard seems alarmed by this. His efforts to complete the spell growing more crazed as he realizes he's lost control.
Oh.
And then madness. Rifts open in the web of energy around him. These cracks stretch and widen, and through them come horrific fiends that scream, shriek, and howl as if they are wrenched from the abyss and cast into the Underdark. A woman's deep, dark laugh echoes in your mind as the drow wizard shrinks away from the demonic horns he has unwittingly unleashed.
Hold on.
And as you all sort of, as the vision fades and you all kind of like come back, you all look up, and coming down one of the aisles of scrolls or tablets come two figures. You're back in the library now, and a withered drow clad in dark flowing robes, and a hulking gray-skinned monster resembling a spiky humanoid toad, its wide mouth full of sharp razor teeth. The drow's pinched and lined face speak to his great age, and his red eyes narrow and appraise you as he carefully approaches.
And this is an actual person, not like a ghost?
It is an actual person, not a echo.
Oh.
Gotcha.
And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Oh!
Hello. A lot to think about.